Hello! If you're watching this video, then you are considering embarking on an extended hiking trip to Denali National Park in Alaska.
Warning, as you embark on your journey, there are some inherent dangers in Denali.
The weather can vary greatly from day to night. During the day, it can be a high of 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of below freezing. And at night, the temperatures will more than likely drop below freezing, where hypothermia can set in quickly. The terrain also creates an enhanced danger, such as you can fall into crevasses, which are cracks in the snow, and on ice once you get up higher in elevation. Mountainous terrain in Denali, they have Mount McKinley, which is its highest peak at 20,320 feet. So you do not want to climb a mountain all at once because oxygen levels are different and it is difficult to get used to. Also, as you climb up, you need to watch for the crevasses. Wildlife is another danger you can run into, such as the bear. You will want bear spray or a rifle to stay safe. Keep in mind that fires are not allowed in Denali National Park, so you want to make sure that you have a way to stay warm through your journey.
Before you head out on this possibly deadly adventure, follow these steps to ensure your safety and the safety of your fellow hikers.
Step 1. Know your basics of survival. The key to surviving in a cold environment for extended periods of time is to stay warm and dry. When you get wet due to snow, water, sweat, and any other things of the sort, you lose body heat and get hypothermia. It is important to change out of wet clothing and into dry to stay warm. Avoid cotton clothes. Cotton is useless once it gets wet and it just sucks your body heat out of your system. One way to avoid getting wet due to perspiration is to stay at camp and avoid too much movement. Also, don't wear too many layers when they are unneeded. Another big key to your survival is to stay hydrated. You may not think this, but even in the winter, you lose a lot of body heat and water due to breathing and sweating. So always drink water to stay hydrated. Although it isn't as important as water, make sure you pack the appropriate food and other necessary items that will aid in your survival, which will be discussed later in this video. But be sure to avoid packing items that is unneeded. It just makes your load harder to carry and a waste of useful space. Before you head out, make sure you tell someone where you are going and the expected amount of time you will be gone. Therefore, if you don't return, they can let authorities know where you are and they can track you down. Step 2. Know what you and your body can handle. Before you head out, be educated on what your body can handle. On average, a person can only go from 3 to 5 days without water before they perish due to dehydration, which is why it is important to drink a lot of water. The average amount of time someone can go without food varies depending on your size and water consumption. Typically, people can survive 8 weeks without food if they stay hydrated, less if they don't. You must also be aware of your body heat. If you have the appropriate apparel and you stay dry, you can survive in below freezing temperatures. However, the average person could possibly die of hypothermia in 40-degree weather, all because of your body temperature. Once the body temperature reaches 89 degrees, it starts going through hypothermic shock, or the symptoms of hypothermia. If you have no knowledge to raise your temperature before you drop to 83 degrees, it might be too late. A person's internal organs at that point would start to fail one by one until the body's temperature reaches 70 degrees, when a person would be considered dead.
Step 3. Know the appropriate apparel. You are going to want to stay warm, but also have your clothing layered. That way you can take off layers during the day to avoid sweating. You also do not want clothing that is made out of cotton, as it absorbs the sweat and will make you colder. On your journey, you will need wool socks to keep your feet warm and dry. Also boots to keep your feet warm and dry. You will need Under Armour pants, long sleeve shirt, sweatshirt. That way you can take them off as layers and to keep your body warm. You'll need a jacket, one that's warm but not with down feathers. A good example of a good jacket is a rugged ridged parka, which is fully insulated and easily adjusts to the person, and it is very lightweight. You will need gloves with hand warmers pockets, and you will also need an insulated and waterproofed hat. Step 4. Picking out your backpack and what to put in it. You will want a backpack that is lightweight, yet has a lot of room for the gear you will need on the trip. The gear that you pack on your trip will be your key to survival. You do not want to overpack, but you do want to carry the necessities you will need for your trip, such as a compass to guide you in the right direction, a map of Denali National Park, headlights to see at night, batteries to use in the headlight, knife in case you need to cut something, saw to cut trees for shelter, a purifying water bottle and filter, that way you have safe water to drink, a crampon to make sure you can walk easily on ice, a hiking stick to make walking on rugged terrain a little bit easier, a gun to shoot a bear or food if needed, ammunition for the gun, parachute cord, which does have many uses, baby wipes, well, you know that one, permit from the rangers, ID, sleeping bag, and a tent.
Your backpack will weigh about 21 pounds 36 ounces without the clothing. Plus, you will most likely be carrying the hiking stick. With clothing, it will weigh less than 30 pounds. The total cost of the trip is $1,100.
So there you go. You now have the necessary steps to ensure your safety in traveling to Denali National Park. Be sure to follow these steps very carefully so you don't end up dying a slow and very freezing, painful death.
Have fun, stay safe, and be prepared. We will see you up there.